Hi guys, it's Lynn with Curiosity Crochet. I hope you're all well and safe and happy that things are getting a little bit back to normal. Well, the new normal, I guess. Today, I thought we would make something a little different. Now, don't pay any attention to my ends because this I just threw together, but I wanted to show you. It's going to be a candle holder. Now we're going to do one more row than what this has. We're going to put a third row to it so it's a little bigger. But the candle sits in the middle here. Now this was a 4-weight yarn, and I'm using a 4-weight yarn. I'm using Peaches and Cream. It's a 4-weight cotton. Now I suggest using cotton for something like this just because candles can get hot while you're burning them. It just depends on, you know, how long you burn it for or whatever. I like burning my candles like all day long. So, and if you use acrylic, it could melt it. So that's why I just suggest using cotton, any kind of cotton. Even a cotton blend would be okay, but this is a 4-weight cotton. But you could always use a 3-weight or a 5-weight. I wouldn't use anything really lighter than a 3 or any heavier than a 5, because if you use a 5, you're probably going to want to do one less circle than I'm doing. And if you're using a 3-weight, you might want to do one more row of increases for this middle part before we move on to the next. Those are my only suggestions if you're going to use a different kind of yarn. If you're going to use a 4-weight, you can do exactly what I do and just follow that. For this, I'm using a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. I hope you guys can see that. These hooks are so dark. I have some new hooks coming that I'm going to use for making videos, but gotta wait till next week for that. So, and then of course you need scissors and a tapestry needle. Other than that, I think that's all. If you're new to my channel or you haven't already, I ask you to subscribe. I would appreciate that. At the end of this video, if you like it, give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. Once you get all your materials put together, now I'm doing mine in 2 colors. You don't have to. I'm going to do this middle part in white, and then I'm going to do the outside like petals I'm going to do in this color, and this is called Aquamarine, because I'm going to actually keep this for myself. I don't usually keep a lot of things for myself, but I came up with this and I thought I would love that, so it's going to be mine. So, having said all that, once you get all your materials put together, and you have your hook and your yarn, we're going to start with a slip knot on our hook. We are going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to go back to that very first chain, and we are going to slip stitch in that. We're going to slip stitch to that first chain. So now we have a little ring. Make sure you aren't working into where you slip stitch. It's right under that. It makes a ring. And that's what we want to work in. So to start, we're going to chain 2. That doesn't count as anything. It's just kind of a builder, because we're going to do double crochets. What I want you to do is 10 double crochets into this ring here. So we're going to yarn over and we're going to insert right into the center of that ring. And we're going to do a double crochet right around that. Make sure you work over this end so that we can pull it tight at the end. So that's 1, and you want 10. Well, We got 5, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now what we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch to that first double crochet. Not the chain 2, but to the first double crochet. So skip that chain and right to the top of that first double crochet. Hold on, because I left this too loose and I didn't like it. So we're going to slip stitch that closed. And then you can take this tail you worked over and pull it, and it'll close that ring up. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 2, which counts as nothing again. This whole pattern, I didn't count the chains as anything, so don't worry about that. We're just using that as a builder. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go into that same stitch we slip stitched into, and we are going to put 2 double crochets in there. Okay, now we're going to put 2 double crochets in each stitch all the way around. So you'll have 20 stitches at the end of this row. Sorry, at the end of this round. Sorry about that. So we're just going to put 2 in every stitch. I'm just going to crochet along with you guys for this first part. So if you don't want to count while you're doing it, you could just get all the way around and then count, because that's what I'm going to do. Sometimes I count while I'm going, but if I'm talking and doing this, it's kind of hard. Now, when you come around, you'll have 1 stitch and you'll have your chain. So don't work into that chain, just work into that last stitch. And then if you're not sure, that's why I give you the stitch count. Like, go ahead and count them. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, which is what we should have. Yay! Now we're going to slip stitch to that first double crochet again. So we're going to jump over here past, don't worry about the chain, you're just wanting to go into the top of that first double crochet and slip stitch it. We're going to chain 2 again. Now we're going to go right back into that stitch we slip stitched in, and we're going to put 1 double crochet. Okay, now the next stitch we're going to put 2. So we're still doing an increase here. We're just doing it slowly. So we're going to do 1 and then 2 in the next. Well, it's getting stuck in the skein, and so 1 and then 2. And I really hope I'm staying in shot. I got that new camera, and then now I got a new tripod thing, and I'm trying to set this up so that it works, and I can't see it as I'm going anymore, so I have to set it up and then go and just hope I'm staying in the shot. I don't know what I'm going to do, you guys. I have to come up with something, and I don't really know what to do. I definitely tell you this, I need a bigger table, I need a better setup in my room, and I think I'm gonna redo my room. Yeah, that's exciting news. I definitely think I'm redoing this room. So we're coming around here from doing our 1 and 2. And when you come around, you should end on an increase, which is your 2. And then you'll have your chain space that you don't want to work into. So now we're going to slip stitch, and if you are using 3 weight, you're going to want to do 1 more row of increases. So you'll do 2 in a row, and then 2 stitches in a row, just single, and then you'll put 2 in the 3rd. So it'll go 1 1 2 1 1 2 1 1 2. And like I said before, if you're using a 5 weight, I should have said this after the last round, but if you're using a 5 weight, it might be big enough without this increase. So just check it. I made it so that it'll fit like a jar candle. So, and this seems to be perfect so that it can fit in here, and this hugs it. Obviously they're different yarns, but this is still turning out exactly the same. So we don't have to do any more increases, but I'm going to change colors here. You don't have to. You can continue doing it exactly the same color. It's totally up to you, and obviously you can pick any colors you want. I am going to move the white out of my way, and I'm going to bring in this other color if, and only if, I can find the center. There it is. I don't know, I really don't like working from the outside of skeins because it just gets tangled and you can't pull on it. Just pain in the booty. Okay, I'm gonna put a slip knot on my hook, and then I'm going to go right back in here where I ended, and I'm going to slip stitch this to attach it. So I'm going to just bring it through and bring it through and through, and then I'm going to chain 3. Okay, that's our double crochet. I forgot, in this part we do count it, so pay no mind to me because I have no idea what I'm talking about, but this is counting it as our double crochet. Now we're going to chain 4 more. 1 2 3 4. Okay, this counts as our double crochet and a chain 4. That's what this counts as. Now what we're going to do is we're going to skip 3 stitches. 1 2 3, and in the 4th we're going to put a double crochet. Now we're going to chain 4. 1 2 3 4. We're going to skip 3. 1 2 3, and in the 4th we're going to do a double crochet. We're going to chain 4 again. 1 2 3 4. We're going to skip 3. 1 2 3, and we're going to double crochet in the 4th. That's what you're going to repeat all the way around. You're going to double crochet, chain 4, skip 3, double crochet, chain 4, all the way until you get back to the beginning, and I'll meet you when we come back over here. Okay, when you come back around, you're going to notice that there's only 1 left to skip. We're still going to chain that 4. 1 2 3 4. And now what we're going to do is you're going to come to that first big chain we made, and you're going to count up to your 3rd chain. So 1 2 3, and we're going to slip stitch into that 3rd chain. It's that way it becomes your double crochet. Okay, now this is where we're gonna start having some fun. We're going to chain 3. 1 2 3. We are going to come down here, and not in your chain space here, but in this stitch here. We're going to come down. We're going to come down this way, and we're going to come from behind back here, and we are going to slip stitch this. That's just, it's just a way to bring us down to the level that we need to be at. I'm stuck on the chain 3. Okay. Now we're back a little ways, but it's still going to work out, I promise. And what we're going to do is this first, the first chain 4 space back over here, we're going to put 12 double crochets. You're not going to chain or anything. We're just going to jump right in, and we're going to put 12 double crochets around this chain, in the chain space, around the chains. So you're just going to yarn over and go around it, and we're going to put 12 in there. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, well, 10, 11, and 12. Okay? Once you have that, those 12 going there, this is what we're going to do now. You've got your next double crochet here, sitting here, and we're going to come in from behind. So we're going to come in this way, we're going to come around, we're going to go around that double crochet, we're going to grab the yarn, pull it through there, and then slip stitch it. Okay? And then we're going to chain 3, and we're going to start over and do that all over again. So we're going to jump down here to this stitch, and we're going to slip stitch. And that is ugly. Hold on. We're going to jump down here, and we're going to slip stitch. Okay, and then you're just going to jump right back in, and you're going to do 12 double crochets again, right around those chains. Okay, see, and then the way we're doing this, it gives that real cool effect where it's not just solid petals going all the way around. It pops up a little bit in between. So it gives it a real nice look. So that's what you're going to repeat all the way around. So let's do this part together one more time. We're going to come in from behind. So you're going in from behind, and you're going around that double crochet. We're going to grab the yarn, pull it through all that, and slip stitch it. We're going to chain 3, and then we're going to jump down to the stitch behind where the double crochet is coming out of, and we're going to slip stitch to that. Now the chain 3 is just to help build to get that there, so that there's a little bit of something there. And then you're just going to jump in and start doing your 12 double crochets. So I'm going to leave you guys to it. Get all the way around. I'll meet you when we come back around to the very last one. Okay, then we come around. We've got our last one. So we're going to still go in here, go behind, and slip stitch that. We're going to chain 3. We're going to come down to this one here, and we're going to slip stitch, and then we're going to put 12 more in there. Yeah, don't do like me. Be careful and don't grab the yarn on the other side. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go around where we were just at though. We're going to come in this way, and then we're going to go into the side here of where that first double crochet is. So we're going to come in this way, then we're going to grab the yarn and we're going to pull it through all of that and slip stitch it so that it's kind of all connected. And I left that last double crochet kind of loose, but it's okay, this is just for me. So now it'll start laying flat. This pops up in the middle a little bit, but this will start laying, and then this will come up around the sides of your candle. So now what we're going to do, now the basis of the other petals are basically the same thing. You're going to do the same thing we did. We're just going to, everything is going to get increased a little bit. But to start the next row, you're going to flip these petals down, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to get over here, we're going to chain 3, okay, and we are going to jump. There's 2 stitches that we haven't worked in, okay. We're going to go into the first one and we're going to slip stitch. And now we're going to chain our 3. But now, and that's your double crochet. Now we're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're just going to jump to underneath the next petal. So just fold them down, and we're going to double crochet in that first missed stitch from down below. And I'm doing fantastic here today. Chain your 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then jump to the next one. Oop, and double crochet. I was trying to single crochet. Well, and now... Okay, you guys. It's just when I'm doing videos that I have all these problems. I swear. Okay, so that's what you're going to repeat all the way around. I'll meet you when we come up to the other side. Okay, when you come around, now remember, we already worked into this stitch, but we're going to work into it again to create this last connection here. If I could do the double crochet, we would. Okay. Now, we're not going to chain at this point, though. We're just going to leave it at that. And we are going to jump over here. And I did a single crochet. Oh my gosh, you guys. I did a single crochet. No, I didn't. That's where I slip stitched. Look at me get confused. That's where we connected it. Oh my word. Okay, so we're going to connect it to that third chain again. I hope I don't confuse you guys, but sometimes, like I've tried to explain before, my brain doesn't work as fast as what I think it should because I have disabilities, but I try my best for you guys, and I hope that I don't confuse you. But now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing as we did before. But to start this out, we're going to come behind here like if we were doing a different row. And we're going to start here. Okay, and then we're going to chain our 3. And we're going to come down here. And in the other skipped stitch, oh no, we're going to slip stitch. I don't know why I yarned over. Okay, and then we're going to jump into doing double crochets, except for this time we're going to do 16 in each of them. So you're just going to jump right into putting them around there, and I'm going to move everything because I'm just special like that. So we've got 16. And if you start running out of room, just move it over a little bit. Where was I at? Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then we're just going to do the same thing as we did before. We're going to come in from behind, and we're going to slip stitch around there. We're going to chain 3, and now we're going to come down here and get in that other mist. I keep trying to yarn over. We're going to slip stitch there. And you just have to move it over a little bit because it gets kind of turned around a little bit. So you just have to like move it down and around, and then you're going to put your 16 double crochets. So go ahead and repeat that all the way around till we get back to our beginning here, and that's where I'll meet you. Okay, when you come back around and you've got this last one, we're still going to do the same thing. You're going to chain your 3. You're going to come down here and slip stitch. And then we're going to put our 16 double crochets around this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do kind of the same thing we did last time, but now we've got this extra double crochet, so we're going to come in here, come around, and then we're going to come through the back of that first double crochet, and we're going to pull through all of this to slip stitch it. So then it kind of pulls it all together there. Now, if you feel like this is as big as you want it to be, then that's what I want you to do. Because this is plenty big enough, I think, even. But just in case you want it to be a little bigger, we're going to do one more row. But I will be right back. Okay, now what we're going to do is literally the same thing that we did for the last row. We're going to chain our 3. Well, not the same exact thing, but like how we attach it and do it. So we're going to chain 3, and now we're going to chain 8. So remember, this chain 3 is our double crochet. We're going to chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, I jumped ahead of myself. We have to bring it down behind. So we're going to chain 3. My bad, I'm sorry guys. We're going to chain 3. And now we're going to move these down again, and we're going to work in these same stitches down here. So when you fold it down, you can see 2 stitches. We're going to slip stitch to that first one down there. Okay, now this is our starting point. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to do the same thing we did last time. We're going to fold this down, and we're going to find the next stitches we want to work into down here. So this one is from where we started, below this one here, and we're trying to offset it. So I want you to move this out of the way a little bit, and we're going to work in the one that's like underneath all this. We're going to slip stitch into this one that's kind of behind all that. No, we're not. We're going to double crochet. You guys, we're going to double crochet. I'm so sorry. We're going to double crochet there. If I could get my stuff together today, we would double crochet in there. But it keeps wanting to twist on me, so we're going to just work with it. And then we're going to chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to flip this down. And now here, we're just going to go in the first one here. We're going to put a double crochet. So it's basically the same thing. We're chaining 8 this time instead of 6. And then when we come back around, I'll tell you how many double crochets we're going to do. But so you just want to try and get offset so that you're coming up between these, so that you're kind of offset a little bit. So you want to jump over here to do your double crochet now. You want it to be over here. It was just that one that was kind of weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you'll just keep doing that all the way around. Just finding your place down here. And try to place it where it's going to be in between the 2 petals below. So go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you when we come back around here. Okay, when you come back around, and I want to show you guys something. So to make it offset, what you're going to want to do is find the stitch that's right after where we've connected them. So when you fold it over, you want to come to the left side of this, where this is kind of, you know, connecting. So when you come around to the end here, we're actually going to chain 8 one more time, and we're going to go over a little bit actually, so that we can bring this together, and we're going to connect this to that chain, that top of that chain 3. So mine's twisted. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and we're going to slip stitch that. So same as before, and we still got, now we've got new area to put our petals, and we're going to do the same thing as last time. We're going to come in here, we're going to chain 3. We're going to come behind here and pull this through. The chain 3 just makes it easier to pull to get to that point. Now you don't have to do the chain 3 if you don't want to. It's totally up to you. And now what we're going to do is we're going to jump below, and we're going to go into the stitch next to that and slip stitch it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do 20 double crochets this time. So you're literally doing the same thing as before. you're just putting more double crochets. So you're gonna put 20 in each of the, around each of these chains, and you're gonna connect them exactly the same, and you're gonna come down below and attach them in the second stitch that we didn't work into. Okay? So go ahead and work that up. I'll meet you back when we get to this last big chain space. Okay, once you come around, you've done your last 20, we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to come behind and around this where we were working, and then we're going to come in. We're going to go in this time instead of behind. We're going to go in, and we're going to slip stitch our way through that whole thing. Now I'm looking at this and I don't know. I think I want, yeah, let's still go from behind because I don't like the way that looks. So we're going to come around this and we're going to come in from behind, and we're going to pull that all the way through. Yeah, I like that better. It just lays nicer. And then you can tie off. And then you'll just go around and sew in your ends. And this will lay out like this with all your petals. And then you can put your candle right in the center there. And this will lay around it. So just a pretty little decoration for your candles. And it's a quick, easy project. It makes for a nice gift too. Like if you want to give a candle and this, that would make a really pretty gift. I think so, at least. I would love a gift like that. But yeah, so then just go ahead and sew in all your ends and you're all done. You're all set. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, if you haven't already or you're new, please subscribe. And if you liked this video and you liked this project, give me a thumbs up. And what else can I tell you? Oh, I have some unboxings coming next week. I'm not sure what day because I'm waiting on the shipments, but there's going to be a couple. There might be more than two because I think I'm going to place one more order. There's a lot of sales going on right now. So that is it, I think. I hope you guys stay safe and healthy. I hope you're all, you know, doing well and glad that everything is getting back to what I like to call the new normal. Because there's still going to be restrictions on everything. We're still going to have to wear masks everywhere. But, you know, but things are getting back to an easier way of doing things. Let's put it that way. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. And I was going to say something else and it went right. That's my senior mind right there. Okay, well, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.